So the Xbox Showcase is over. The Starfield Direct is over. I thought the Xbox Showcase was incredible. I thought Starfield looks like a generational game. You know, the whole 30 FPS thing now for Starfield. And personally, I don't care because of how amazing that game looks. I'm still going to be jumping in and playing it day one on my Xbox Series X. And we've seen all the games. There's so much to look forward to going forward in 2023 and 2024. If you're an Xbox fan right now, you have a lot to be excited about. Besides the games, though, there was some more information that did come out about Xbox and about what they are planning on doing forward, as well as some announcements furthering opening up their access when it comes to Xbox Game Pass. So we will jump into this right here with the first thing I want to talk about, and that is Xbox's release schedule. As we know, back when they announced the Xbox Series X and S, and they had all of these acquisitions with things like Bethesda and all of those studios in there, we have seen Matt Booty, we have seen Phil Spencer previously talk about how they want to be releasing a game every single quarter. So this isn't the first time we have heard this, but Matt Booty on an Xbox panel after the event reiterated Xbox's goal, which is to release 4 first-party games a year. And I'll be completely honest, when they first announced releasing a game every single quarter, I thought 2023 at the latest, 2024, they were going to be able to start doing that. And we are seeing that come to fruition. It's a narrative that you don't hear a lot about recently, and that is because of the whole Redfall thing, where it's people actually looking at the first party output of Xbox so far in 2023 and what the first party output is going to be by the end of the year. And it is actually quite impressive when you take a look of Hi-Fi Rush, then you take a look at Redfall, even though Redfall is not a very good game overall from the technical perspective, but then there is still Age of Empires 2, the console edition that got released. There's still Forza Motorsport to be coming out, Starfield, and on top of that, there's also Minecraft Legends that is already released. So that currently, if you're considering all of those things, and let's even just take out Age 2 on console because that's a game that had already been released. That is 5 or 6, if you want to include Age 2, first-party games released in 2023. And if we're looking forward to 2024, we already know that there are going to be 3 games that they have said are coming out in 2024, barring any sort of delays. But I feel like at least with Avowed, a game that was announced a while ago, and from the gameplay trailer, it looks like it's going to hit that 2024 release. But the first one here is Avowed. Then the second game in 2024 is the Microsoft Flight Simulator, the 2024 edition, which is, say, it's the next generation of this legendary franchise. And it includes a significantly evolved Asobo Studio engine. So this is going to be a huge game, whether you're a flight simulator fan or not. It's just such a showcase of graphically and the technology behind what is running this game and how it's able to even get onto the Xbox Series X and S. To me is just insane. But that's going to be another one coming out in 2024. And then we have here Hellblade 2, which is going to be coming out in 2024. So that's 3 right now that we know that are coming out in 2024 from their first party studios directly. And then we could also look at something like Towerborn, which is coming from the Xbox Games publishing division, where they make those deals with the third parties, but they are going to be exclusive to Xbox Game Pass and the Xbox platform. That's also going to be coming out in 2024. But from first party perspective specifically, that's 3 big games already. And we still are assuming there's going to be at least one more coming down the line. Now, when it comes to the Xbox Showcase, I gave it a 9 out of 10. I'd say the only thing that disappointed me in that entire showcase was the Hellblade 2 trailer. I really wanted to see combat. I didn't really care about seeing more graphical showcase because I know that game is going to be one of the best looking games released. We know it's going to look good. I want to see combat, and we did not see that. However, there is some light at the end of the tunnel. If you were like me and you were hoping for Hellblade 2 combat, Hellblade 2 is going to be one of the games featured at the Xbox Games Showcase Extended on June 13th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Here is what we should be seeing, or what they have announced that we know we will be seeing, plus some stuff that we don't know. It says this event will offer deeper dives into what you saw from Avowed, which phenomenal. I really want to see more. Towerborn, again, excited to see more of that. Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, which this could be the place they are going to be showcasing the combat. And if that is the case, it's a very interesting place to showcase it because I feel like they probably would have wanted to show that in the main show, but maybe they had time constraints because of how long that Starfield Direct was, of 45 minutes, that they had to pick and choose the types of trailers that they did show off in the main showcase. And then there's also going to be showing off the Elder Scrolls Online Necrom and Microsoft Flight Simulator, the Dune expansion. And they say, as well as games from our creative partners that we didn't show you today, maybe that's Contraband. A lot of people were wondering, where was Contraband? People are expecting to see that game, and a lot of predictions had that game showing up. Maybe this is where Contraband does show up. So there's still more Xbox Showcase on June 13th. And just from the list alone of the games that we know we are getting deeper dives, I'm actually pretty excited to see what this extended showcase is all about. Now, when it comes to expanding out Xbox, there's actually another big announcement here that took place after the Xbox Game Showcase, and that is that Microsoft is bringing PC Game Pass to Nvidia's GeForce Now service. And this is continuing along the lines of expanding out the Xbox first-party games to the streaming platforms that want to get access to it. Obviously, Nvidia GeForce Now is something that they made that 10-year deal with. It's a company they made a 10-year deal with going forward, is to try to get the Activision Blizzard acquisition approved. Now, it says here, Microsoft is planning to bring PC Game Pass titles to Nvidia's GeForce Now streaming service. Sarah Bond, head of Xbox Creative Experience, announced the move at a private Xbox media briefing in Los Angeles on Sunday. She says, you will be able to now play your PC Game Pass catalog on all devices supported by Nvidia GeForce Now, and this will enable the PC Game Pass catalog to be played on any device that GeForce Now streams to, like low-spec PCs, Macs, Chromebooks, mobile devices, TVs, and more, and we'll be rolling this out in the months ahead. So it's a pretty big announcement. I mean, you may be wondering, why are they doing this? Because they have Xbox Cloud Gaming. Thing is here, if you're just subscribed to PC Game Pass, you don't get access to the cloud. And there's probably a likelihood that people who are subscribed to PC Game Pass are using other PC ecosystems like Nvidia GeForce Now, and now they're just going to be able to put that all together and get access to everything, no matter what device that they are on. So it's pretty cool. It's continuing to expand it out. I'm guessing this is something that they are kind of trying to signal to the regulators who are still looking at the Xbox Activision Blizzard acquisition, showing that they are serious with these 10-year deals. They are serious with not trying to be a monopoly in cloud gaming and licensing out all of their stuff to all of the providers out there that will like to get access to them. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some more 10-year deals or some more deals announced with even smaller streaming services. We've already seen like the Boostroid and the Ubitus and the Anware stuff, but more services like that. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw announcements about that. Now, finally, I do want to talk about this because this is pretty big, and this was a huge number that got officially revealed here by Microsoft, and that is their monthly active users and overall the amount of money they are going to be making on PC this year. This was Phil Spencer and Matt Booty. You can see the panel. Sarah Bond. Again, this was a briefing after the showcase, and they gave us a lot of information. Again, another thing that really wasn't expected to add on to actually how great the showcase was. And Phil Spencer says that Microsoft will generate $1 billion from PC games this year. Just an absolutely insane number. And this was a panel called "What's Next for Gaming," where he says Spencer observes that contrary to popular opinion, Xbox is far bigger business today than it was during the Xbox 360 era. And this type of stuff just literally makes me laugh when we still see people out here not understanding that concept, that when you expand out to more platforms and you have an ecosystem where people can play not just on a console, you're going to be bigger and you're going to make more money. So him saying that they are bigger than the Xbox 360 area and saying that it is contrary to popular opinion blows my mind. That the popular opinion is locking games to a console, the business is going to be bigger than when they don't do that type of thing. And it's a very obvious thing, and this is why we are seeing the industry expand out this way. This is why you're seeing PlayStation put their games on PC and dive into the mobile side of stuff. They have the PlayStation Mobile division. No matter what fanboys on either side of the aisle say, whether you're somebody who's a fanboy of just wanting games on the Xbox console or a fanboy of just wanting games on the PlayStation console, it is nonsensical to think from a business perspective that locking games to a console is going to be more profitable. than what Xbox is doing. And I mean, $1 billion from PC games this year is just absolutely insane. Now, Phil Spencer continues here. He says, he reiterates the company's mission to bring new players and new creators to what gaming is all about for the benefit of everyone in the games industry and not just Xbox. And he told the assembled media, I often get asked, how are you doing? I'll get people who will hearken back, some people in this room, to the Xbox 360 years as being the heyday of Xbox. And I was there, and I love what the Xbox 360 meant for where we are today. But for you to understand our business right now from a revenue standpoint is about twice the size it was during the Xbox 360 generation. Continues here and says, when you think about players, we have never had more Xbox players than we have right now, which I feel, or which we feel, is the real scorecard for us right now in terms of the number of creators and number of players. On the business side, we don't try to lead this because it's kind of boring stuff. But we announced last quarter for Microsoft was our biggest non-holiday gaming quarter in the history of us being in the gaming business. We have more players than we've ever had, and we are always looking to find new players and creators, even on PC, which has been a real focus for us as a team, which is part of the catalyst for what Bethesda can do because they have a real history there. We are going to do 1 billion in PC revenue this year for the first time ever for us at Microsoft. Just an astronomical number. It's huge. It's $1 billion. I don't know what else to say. That's an extremely big accomplishment for the Xbox team. And I'm not surprised. And when he talks about the Xbox 360 generation, to me, that was the golden age. I will admit that was the best Xbox generation to date. It's my favorite console of all time, most likely, when I think back at all the consoles. But I'm at the end of this generation, I believe the Series X is probably going to surpass the 360 as my favorite console because of all the features with it. I mean, it has backwards compatibility. I can play 360 games if I want to. And the showcase yesterday is giving me that 360 vibe. It really is, with all the stuff that they showed off and how excited I am for the games that they announced. It really is bringing me back to feeling like that. Now, when it comes to monthly active users, that is the measuring stick essentially that Xbox uses now as their success because they have subscription, they have Xbox everywhere. So monthly active users is a massive thing for them, and that needs to continue to grow. If that's not growing, then they're probably going to be in trouble in terms from their business perspective. But it is growing, and it is actually growing in a big way. And they say here, another reason Xbox is bigger today is due to its service titles. Speaking about Xbox's first-party titles, Microsoft Studio boss Matt Booty says that the firm has 10 games with more than 10 million players. That's huge. And across the portfolio of titles, the firm boasts more than 150 million monthly active users. He says, we have already got such big communities around our service games like Minecraft, games like Elder Scrolls, Flight Simulator, Forza, games that continue to build communities. Over the last 5 years, we have shipped 10 games that have over 10 million players each. When you add that up across Bethesda, ZeniMax, Bethesda Game Studios, we have over 150 million monthly players, 150 million monthly active users across first-party games. That's how we measure success. How many people are playing our games? How many people are we able to bring into our fold of our games and communities? And it's right there. That's how they measure their success. And if you're a PlayStation fan and you were watching the PlayStation Showcase and you're wondering why they're showing off so many games as a service games, just go and read this article and you'll understand why they need to get into the games as a service and get a portfolio that includes that. And one thing I will say is this is what is great right now about Xbox is they already have those games as a service. They already have very successful games with people are playing months and months, years and years, games like Minecraft, games like, I mean, even Sea of Thieves, where they just announced a new expansion, stuff like that is very successful for them. They're able to go out and branch out and bring us these single player creative experiences that people don't expect, that are different, that have variety. And we saw that at the Xbox Showcase. Whereas when you look at the PlayStation side of things, it's the exact opposite. They already have their single player experiences. So now going forward, you're going to see a lot more of the games as a service announcements from the PlayStation side. Whereas with Xbox, you're going to see more stuff like we saw from In Exile with Clockwork Revolution. I mean, Fable, which looks like it's going to be really good. And a game like Starfield, which is a single player experience. But I'm going to leave the video there, guys. It has been a fun couple of days. And if you enjoyed this stuff, if you enjoy the Xbox news, you enjoy the streams and everything, make sure to hit that thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe if you are new to this channel, as I do daily videos. And I appreciate all the support you guys have been providing me over the entirety of this channel, and definitely over the last couple of weeks. But everyone have a great day, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.